On this day, we come together to celebrate the lives, legacies, and cherished memories of remarkable personalities we've recently lost. We take a moment to reflect on their incredible journeys and the inspiration they continue to give us. We'll also talk about WWE stars who are facing struggles that have drawn love, support, and prayers from millions of fans. Subscribe now and be part of our family that keeps their stories alive. Antonio Inoki, born on February 20th, 1943 in Yokohama, Japan, was a true icon of professional wrestling and a pioneer in mixed martial arts. He passed away at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy that shaped the landscape of combat sports for generations. Inoki began his wrestling career in 1960 and quickly became one of Japan's most celebrated athletes. In 1972, he founded New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, which would grow into one of the country's premier wrestling organizations. Known for his innovative style and unmatched work ethic, Inoki brought a unique blend of athleticism and showmanship to the ring, captivating fans with matches that often pushed the boundaries between sport and spectacle. Perhaps his most famous moment came in 1976 when he faced boxing legend Muhammad Ali. This groundbreaking match not only demonstrated Inoki's fearless spirit, but also played a key role in bridging professional wrestling with the world of mixed martial arts, influencing fighters and fans alike. Outside of wrestling, Inoki also made his mark in politics, serving as a member of Japan's House of Councilors. He remained passionate about promoting wrestling globally and mentoring young talent, ensuring the sport's growth long after his own career peaked. Antonio Inoki's impact goes far beyond his victories or titles. He was a trailblazer, a showman, and a mentor whose influence continues to resonate in wrestling and MMA around the world. Larry Hennig, born on June 18, 1936, was a legendary American professional wrestler whose influence is still felt through generations. Known as the Axe, Hennig made a name for himself with his signature elbow drop, a move that could turn the tide of any match. He was not only a standout performer, but also the patriarch of a wrestling dynasty, father to Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig, and grandfather to Curtis Axel and Amy Ms. Perfect Hennig. Hennig began his wrestling journey in the late 1950s in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, under the guidance of the legendary Verne Gagne. Early on, he faced his share of struggles, but his perseverance paid off when he captured the AWA Tag Team Championship with Duke Hoffman. By the early 1960s, he had moved to the Texas territories, where his more aggressive style helped him win the Texas heavyweight title. Around this time, he formed a formidable tag team with Harley Race, a duo known for their brash attitude and rule-breaking tactics, winning the AWA World Tag Team Championship 3 times. In 1967, Hennig's in-ring career took a hit when a serious knee injury ended his last championship run. Yet, despite setbacks, his dedication, skill, and charisma left a lasting mark on professional wrestling. Larry Hennig passed away at 82, remembered not just as a talented wrestler, but as a beloved father, grandfather, and icon whose legacy continues to inspire. Chyna, born Joan Marie Laurer on December 27, 1969, was a trailblazer in professional wrestling, a talented actress, and a dedicated bodybuilder. Standing at 5 feet 10 inches with an incredibly strong physique, she broke through the barriers of a male-dominated sport, earning the nickname the Ninth Wonder of the World. Her presence in the ring was both powerful and inspiring, and she became an iconic figure during WWE's Attitude Era. Chyna began her wrestling career in the late 1990s, quickly making a name for herself with her unique blend of strength, athleticism, and charisma. She faced some of the biggest names in wrestling, including Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho, and consistently proved that she could compete at the highest level. Her groundbreaking achievements included becoming the first woman to hold the Intercontinental Championship, a title usually reserved for male wrestlers, as well as winning the Women's Championship. Outside the ring, Chyna explored acting, appearing in movies and reality shows such as The Surreal Life and Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. Despite her public success, she faced personal struggles, including battles with addiction that affected her later years. Chyna passed away at the age of 46, but her legacy continues to inspire. She paved the way for women in professional wrestling, showing that strength, determination, and courage know no gender, and leaving a lasting mark on the industry she helped transform. James Harris, better known as Kamala, was a professional wrestling legend whose larger-than-life persona left a lasting mark on the industry. Born on May 28, 1950, in Senatobia, Mississippi, Kamala made his wrestling debut in the late 1970s and quickly became famous for his unforgettable character. A fearsome Ugandan warrior. With tribal face paint, a loincloth, and a towering headdress, he captivated fans with a unique and intimidating presence in the ring. While his gimmick played on the stereotype of a wild, untamed savage, Kamala's charisma and in-ring skill made him beloved by wrestling audiences. Kamala is best remembered for his time in the WWF, now WWE, where he squared off against some of the biggest names in wrestling, including The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, and Randy Savage. He also had successful runs in World Championship Wrestling and Mid-South Wrestling, earning multiple titles along the way. Even without a major WWE championship, his character and memorable matches ensured he remained a fixture of wrestling throughout the 1980s and 1990s. On August 9, 2020, Kamala passed away at 70 due to complications from COVID-19. His death sparked an outpouring of grief from fans and fellow wrestlers alike, with tributes highlighting his contributions to the business. Kamala's legacy lives on as a pioneering African-American wrestler, celebrated not only for his in-ring impact, but also for his resilience and enduring spirit. Becky Lynch, born Rebecca Quinn on January 30, 1987, in Limerick, Ireland, grew up in a family environment that fostered determination and a strong work ethic, qualities that would later define her wrestling career. From a young age, Lynch exhibited a fascination with athletics and physical performance, inspired in part by action films and a desire to challenge herself in competitive arenas. Her entry into professional wrestling began remarkably early. At the age of 15, she started training under the guidance of experienced Irish wrestlers, a decision that required discipline, resilience, and unwavering commitment. This period of her life was not without challenges, as she balanced school, physical training, and the emotional demands of pursuing a dream in a field that had historically limited opportunities for women. Lynch's early years in wrestling were marked by travel, sacrifice, and determination, as she competed on the independent circuit, honing her in-ring skills and developing the persona that would later captivate audiences worldwide. Her pursuit of excellence took her to countries like Japan and the United States, where she learned different wrestling styles and techniques, adapting to diverse audiences and in-ring expectations. These formative years were critical in shaping not just her athletic capabilities, but also her mental fortitude, preparing her for the global stage of professional wrestling. While financial stability was often uncertain during this period on the independent circuit, Lynch's passion for wrestling and her dedication to self-improvement outweighed the temporary hardships she faced. The combination of early struggles, relentless training, and personal perseverance laid the foundation for what would eventually become a remarkable career in WWE. Journey to WWE and early recognition Rebecca Quinn's path to WWE was far from instantaneous. It was the culmination of over a decade of dedication, sacrifice, and refinement of her craft. She officially joined WWE's developmental brand, NXT, in 2013, a pivotal moment that signaled her transition from independent circuits to a global platform. Her early years in NXT were characterized by a careful balance between proving her in-ring abilities and cultivating a persona that could resonate with mainstream audiences. Lynch worked tirelessly to perfect her skills, understanding that in WWE, charisma and character were just as important as technical proficiency. The early stages of her WWE career were also a period of personal adaptation, as she navigated a demanding travel schedule, intensive training, and the pressures associated with performing on a larger stage. During this time, Lynch also had to manage the financial realities of being a developing talent in a global entertainment company, where compensation and opportunities can fluctuate depending on positioning, storylines, and audience reception. Despite these challenges, Lynch demonstrated resilience and a willingness to take risks, experimenting with different character traits and storylines that eventually laid the groundwork for her breakthrough. Her early exposure in NXT allowed fans and industry insiders alike to witness her dedication, work ethic, and the undeniable spark of her personality, setting the stage for what would become one of the most iconic wrestling personas in modern history. Breakthrough and the birth of the man. Becky Lynch's rise to prominence in WWE was a combination of talent, timing, and audience connection. Her breakthrough began in 2016, when she became the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, signaling WWE's recognition of her growing popularity and in-ring capabilities. However, it was her reinvention in 2018 as the Man that truly elevated her status from a talented performer to a global icon. This persona, characterized by confidence, assertiveness, and a defiant spirit, resonated deeply with fans, many of whom saw in her a symbol of resilience and empowerment. The development of the Man persona was not only a creative evolution, but also a reflection of Lynch's own personal journey, one that balanced ambition, perseverance, and a willingness to challenge traditional norms in a male-dominated industry. The transformation catapulted her to the main event scene, culminating in her historic headline match at WrestleMania 35 in 2019 against Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Lynch's ability to connect with audiences on both an emotional and entertainment level distinguished her from her peers, earning her acclaim not just for athletic performance, but for cultural impact. Beyond the wrestling ring, her mainstream recognition soared as she became a figure associated with strength, determination, and breaking barriers. The commercial success of her autobiography, Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl, further cemented her appeal, showing that her influence extended beyond the squared circle and into broader popular culture. Yet, with success came pressures, physical demands of constant performance, travel, and maintaining peak condition, along with navigating financial decisions about contracts and endorsements, all of which required careful management to ensure long-term career sustainability. Hiatus and personal considerations. In the summer of 2024, Becky Lynch made the decision to step away from WWE as her contract expired, entering a period of hiatus that lasted nearly a year. While the reasons for this break were multifaceted, speculation from fans and industry insiders suggested that the decision may have been influenced by both personal and professional considerations. During this time, Lynch focused on her family, having married fellow WWE superstar Seth Rollins in 2021 and welcomed their first child later that year. Balancing the demanding schedule of a professional wrestler with family life presents unique challenges, including travel, rigorous physical conditioning, and the emotional strain of extended absences from home. This period allowed Lynch to prioritize her personal well-being and the needs of her family, reflecting a thoughtful approach to managing both her career and personal responsibilities. Additionally, the hiatus may have provided an opportunity for Lynch to reassess her professional trajectory and consider the evolving dynamics of WWE and the broader wrestling industry, including potential contract negotiations and her long-term financial security. The break also allowed her body to recover from the cumulative toll of years of intense physical activity, addressing health considerations that are often overlooked in the fast-paced world of professional wrestling. While fans eagerly anticipated her return, the time away also introduced questions about how she would reintegrate into a rapidly changing wrestling landscape and reassert her prominence in the company's women's division. Speculation and industry rumors. During her absence, numerous rumors circulated regarding the underlying reasons for Lynch's hiatus, ranging from contract disputes and creative dissatisfaction to personal health and family priorities. Industry insiders speculated that Lynch may have felt her character was not being fully utilized, or that the creative direction of WWE at the time did not align with her vision for her persona. Additionally, there were whispers of potential tension behind the scenes, particularly in relation to her positioning in major storylines and the emergence of other WWE superstars like Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan. While these claims remain largely unverified, they highlight the complex interplay between talent, management, and creative direction in a competitive industry. Financial considerations may also have played a role, as the evolving structure of WWE contracts and the growth of rival promotions could influence a wrestler's decision to step back temporarily. Lynch's choice to take a hiatus, whether motivated by personal, health, or professional reasons, underscores the importance of maintaining control over one's career and well-being in an industry that demands constant performance and adaptability. Fans' curiosity during this period reflected not only admiration for her accomplishments, but also a recognition of the human challenges faced by performers navigating high-stakes entertainment environments. Health, wellness, and physical demands. Throughout her career, Becky Lynch has faced the inevitable physical demands that accompany professional wrestling, including frequent travel, rigorous training, and intense in-ring performance. While she has demonstrated remarkable resilience, even top-tier athletes must contend with the cumulative effects on the body over time, including injuries, recovery periods, and ongoing maintenance of peak condition. Lynch's hiatus may have offered a crucial opportunity to address these health concerns, ensuring that her return to WWE does not compromise long-term well-being. In addition to the physical aspect, mental health and emotional well-being are integral considerations for performers, particularly those balancing public scrutiny, personal life, and high-performance expectations. Lynch's approach to managing these factors demonstrates a comprehensive understanding of the responsibilities and risks associated with a professional wrestling career, highlighting her maturity and strategic foresight. By prioritizing health and wellness, Lynch not only safeguards her own longevity in the industry, but also sets an example for other athletes navigating similar pressures, emphasizing the importance of sustainable performance practices and self-care. Financial considerations and career sustainability. Professional wrestlers, even those at the top of their field, often face complex financial considerations, including contract negotiations, sponsorships, and career longevity planning. For Becky Lynch, decisions surrounding her hiatus and subsequent return likely involved careful evaluation of both immediate and long-term financial security. WWE's evolving competitive environment, coupled with the emergence of other wrestling promotions, provides opportunities for top performers to negotiate contracts that reflect their market value while maintaining creative autonomy. At the same time, there is a need for strategic planning to ensure that career choices, such as taking time off or adjusting schedules, do not inadvertently affect earning potential or post-retirement opportunities. Lynch's ability to navigate these financial complexities demonstrates her business acumen in addition to her athletic prowess, highlighting a multidimensional approach to career management that balances passion, health, and economic sustainability. The careful consideration of financial and professional factors underscores the strategic nature of her decisions, reflecting an awareness that longevity in wrestling requires both talent and foresight. Future prospects and legacy. As Becky Lynch continues her journey in WWE following her 2025 return, her future remains full of both opportunity and uncertainty. The wrestling landscape has evolved, presenting challenges that require adaptability, creativity, and resilience. Yet it also provides a platform for her to solidify her legacy and expand her influence beyond the ring. Lynch's prior achievements, including championship victories, historic matches, and cultural impact, form a foundation upon which she can build future storylines, mentorship roles, and public engagement initiatives. Her experiences balancing health, family, and career decisions also position her as a role model for emerging talent, particularly women seeking to navigate an industry that has historically been male-dominated. While there may be hurdles related to creative positioning, competitive dynamics, or personal considerations, Lynch's dedication, skill, and global popularity provide a strong basis for continued success. The decisions she makes in the coming years, whether in terms of match participation, media presence, or advocacy within WWE, will shape not only her personal trajectory, but also the broader narrative of women in professional wrestling. Conclusion: enduring influence and inspiration. Becky Lynch's career is a testament to perseverance, adaptability, and empowerment. From her early training in Ireland to her breakthrough as The Man and her strategic decisions surrounding hiatus and return, she has consistently demonstrated an ability to navigate the physical, emotional, and financial demands of a complex industry. Her influence extends far beyond wrestling, serving as an inspiration for fans and aspiring athletes who see in her a model of resilience, ambition, and authenticity. By addressing health considerations, managing family responsibilities, and thoughtfully navigating professional opportunities, Lynch exemplifies a holistic approach to career management that balances personal well-being with professional ambition. Her return to WWE in 2025 signals not just a continuation of her wrestling journey, but an opportunity for reinvention and renewed impact, both within the company and in the broader cultural landscape. As she steps back into the spotlight, Becky Lynch remains a symbol of strength, determination, and empowerment, proving that true legacy is built not only through victories and accolades, but also through thoughtful decisions, integrity, and the courage to embrace both challenges and opportunities with unwavering resolve.